Someone is going to lose a lot of money on this deal, and not just a little money, a lot. At face value, it actually looks like a pretty good deal, right? Roof was replaced in 2020. 17 of the 18 units have been upgraded, and you're coming into 7.2% cap rate. But there's a big, big problem lurking in the background on this deal that if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose every dollar you put in. Someone is going to lose a lot of money on this deal, really because they think they're buying a 7.6 cap when they're really buying a 5.4 cap in a market where everything trades for 7.5 cap. So the day you buy, you're actually losing roughly 350 to 400K, which is basically wiping out your entire equity in the deal. Real reason this is happening is because of the expenses resetting. And what that means is your expenses as a buyer are going to be very different from the seller's previous expense load, right? Those are not the same thing at all. You can't just plop the expense load the seller had into yours and expect that to work. That's not how it works at all. You're going to lose a lot of money doing it like that and really just kill your entire deal, right? So in this case, the big thing that's switching is one, the management fee. And I think here we basically changed it from $30, which is a little bit ridiculous here, to 10%, right? And you can make an argument that it should actually be 5%, whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. Really what's killing the deal here is actually the property taxes. Seller has them at 8K, that's fine, that's where they actually are for him. But when you sell a deal, property taxes are usually reassessed. And the thing to keep in mind with property taxes is they're actually different for every single jurisdiction in the country. So you don't memorize one specific thing, right? You can't memorize one formula, but what you can do is you can reach directly out to the city or the county, which is exactly what we did here. Reached out to the county, the city actually in this case, emailed them and asked them how it was calculated. You could see that in the email here. And basically what we figured out is the way it works, and there's a few different parcels here and everything like that, which is why it's coming in a little bit more complicated. But basically what's happening here is you have the appraised value, right? That's then multiplied by 15% to get to the assessed value, right? And the assessed value is then multiplied by the mill rate. In this case, 132.21, right? So if you go back to here, that's all that's happening is you're basically taking this new purchase price, right, times 0.15, that gets you to 180, right? Then you multiply that by the mill rate here, and you get your new tax bill, right? Well, actually you need to divide by 1,000. That's just how mill rate works. You divide by 1,000, divide by 1,000 here, and you get your new tax bill of roughly 23,800, right? That's really how it works in this jurisdiction. The average person does not know that, and the average person is going to lose a lot of money on this deal. Basically, what's going to happen is they're going to invest in it. They have 350K they're putting into the deal, roughly, right? They're going to say, oh, look, it pencils from the DSCR perspective, blah, blah, blah. And in this jurisdiction, it's actually a little sneaky in that the taxes are reassessed every 4 years. And this seller is pretty smart because they're reassessed in 2024. So he knows he can actually sell it to some idiot right now, and it's not going to get reassessed for 4 years. And they're going to think they made out like a bandit, when in reality, they're going to lose all their money, right? So in 2028, it's not going to happen immediately, right? This is not going to happen in 2025. It's not going to happen in 2026 or 2027. It's going to happen in 2028 where the tax is reassessed. That's when you're going to lose all your money because they're going to get reassessed to the new purchase price, and it's going to be ugly. So basically, you're going to lose all your equity in the deal. And even worse, your cash flow is now negative. So you have a deal where you've lost your equity and you pretty much need to sell because you're not covering your debt service anymore. So this is really how one of the only ways you can lose money in real estate. I think it's very, very difficult to lose money on a multifamily deal in real estate. This is one of the ways, just not understanding how expenses work. There's another big way, which I'll get into on later videos, but related to really the debt. But not understanding a seller's expense load is one of the premier ways to do it. And in this case, it's mainly the property taxes. Always need to look at where they're reassessing to. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of money.